Hello, friends. So I wanted to talk to you about department meetings. If you happen to miss this week, you missed something that was kind of unique. We're trying to move into using department meetings as a more collaborative space. And so to begin that, I decided that we should connect with teammates this week. So since you weren't there, obviously you can't connect with the same group of people necessarily who joined, but I will have a little challenge for you in just a moment. Now, something that we opened up with was the whole thing about, well, weird things that make you happy as an adult. Which one are you? So that is question one for you, okay, that I would like you to answer for me. And you can send these answers via email or Google Chat. Either way is fine, okay? But question one is, which one of these images resonates with you, okay? Or what's a little moment of joy that's happened for you today? Okay, weird things that we appreciate as adults, right? Okay, so what we did is we found a partner to actually have a conversation with outside of a Google Meet. Wow, okay. So we used our phones and we swapped phone numbers, which is part of the reason why I didn't record the meeting, is because, having everybody's phone numbers out there, I thought privacy, I want to respect that. So, anywho, um, what we were thinking on is we were taking a minute to reflect on, okay, so what's a situation that's going on that maybe you could use a little bit of help with? What's still like turning in your brain where maybe you haven't quite made a decision and you could use a thought partner to help you figure out what the best thing to do is or which way to take it or whatever. So for me, something that I've been mulling over this week is the whole thing with honors. And the next step is we're going to hit those goal setting conferences sooner rather than later with students. And so teachers need some sort of a rubric that is easy to use, that they can share with students, that is pretty much universal to all, that maybe you can tailor a little bit, but mostly you're sticking with this rubric, and that it's easy on the spot kind of grading rather than adding something else to your plate. So that's what I'm mulling over. Okay, if I had a thought partner right now, that might be what I talk to them about. So what are you mulling over? What is a situation? This is question number 2 for you, okay, to answer for me. What is something that you could use some help figuring out? What might you ask a thought partner for help with? Okay, once you've got that down, we had a few rules for our conversation, and I do hope you abide by these as well. So rule number 1, you have to talk on the phone, okay? No FaceTime, no Meet, no computer. In fact, you should step away from your workspace, all right? I know that's hard to do. We get used to staying here all the time, right? Get up, okay? Go somewhere else for a few minutes. Rule number 2, in the next 20 minutes, because we did have 20-minute conversations, so aim to have a conversation that is enjoyable, okay, while you do something enjoyable, such as stepping outside for a short walk while you have your phone, right? Gazing out the window, lighting a candle, drinking a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, petting your fur baby. Just, again, away from your workstation is the key. And rule number 3, you want to really seek to connect, okay? Spend the first 5 minutes of your conversation in non-school stuff, all right? Talk to each other as people, about hobbies, interests. Try to find something that you have in common maybe. And then start digging into the topic or situation or idea that you'd like some help with. Now, it doesn't matter if the other person that you wind up calling, because you are going to choose somebody to call, that's question number 3. Who are you going to call, or who did you call? Okay? Question number 3, who did you call? It doesn't matter if that person has already done this process, because I'm glad they would talk to you. You are a lovely person after all, right? So you can share, your issue that's going on that you'd like some feedback on, and then just try to get their feedback or their advice. The whole goal is to help each other. And then we did do a debrief on what did you learn about your partner, or what's something you got out of this conversation. So that would be your final question for me, okay? What did you learn about your partner? What is something you got out of this conversation? Okay? And really the purpose of this, I should have stated this from the get-go, is oftentimes at JRLP we don't have the opportunity to connect the way that other teachers might when they're in person, brick and mortar, that kind of stuff, right? You don't run into people in the hallways here. You don't have a roommate or someone next door to you that you can talk to during passing periods. You don't have a common lunchroom where you can go and hear what's going on in people's lives and that kind of stuff. So it is super important to connect as colleagues, but then also as people. So I do hope that you take this opportunity, reach out to someone, have a conversation, and then just send me your answers of those quick questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.